He shouldn't be known. He should be doing his business and not get involved openly in this.
Escapade. Should I tell you the problem which African television have to my own ideology is this? Don't forget the fact that African television, they had a group which they have board of trustee and everything. But when that contract leaked out, they did not carry some people along. Some people were not going to benefit from it. That was why it was
people
those
like
people who were not going to benefit from it that are coming out. If you can see their argument today, some people are supporting Muiwa, some people are against Muiwa. Those who are going to benefit from what Muiwa is doing, they are not against him. Those who came, if you go and check it very well, those who are against Muiwa are this new set of people who just came on board just some few months ago. Just some few months ago, chairman, Crunch Queen. See, let us be sincere with ourselves. Some few months ago, when this whole thing started, I did not hear the name of anybody called chairman. I don't know any Crunch Queen. I know Aries.
Crunch Queen?
You understand? I know Aries. I know Alagata. I know Bossman. I know so many people. I've never heard chairman. I never heard Crunch Queen before. Chairman came on board just some few weeks ago on Papariano's platform and everything. So this whole agenda. Yes, I'm listening.
I think.
No, go carry on. Carry on.
That brought chairman.
Huh?
It's like it's Crush Queen that brought chairman.
Yes, they are together. They are together because even from them, their own information is the fact that Crunch Queen and chairman are working together. They are actually working together. They are like colleagues. They are working together. So now we need to we need to ask ourselves why this whole urgent need of coming into justice for Mohbad. You are setting up committee for yourself. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà. Ẹ tó Mohbad bí lọ́mọ. Ẹ̀yin lẹ wá ń set up committee lórí òkú ọmọ 26 years. There are so many things that begs for questioning. What is this whole committee all about? What is the criteria of those members they put or they appointed into those committee? What is the criteria in your Senate committee? We need to know. Because if you have that committee and somebody like Westo, Arifa, Papariano are not in that committee, even Ayat to pariwo to shekpe to ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀, Ayat is not in your committee. So kí ni criteria tẹ́ for your Senate committee? Is it based on àwọn tó lè donate lẹ́fí ṣe committee ni? Àbọ̀ àwọn tó lè ṣe marketing? This same Crunch Queen that came out today, I was reading you.
Àwọn tó lè sọ English dáadáa ni. You know, Westo is not too fluent in English like that. Arifa is not too fluent in English like that.
When she came out for people to donate for GoFundMe, she was going around all their platforms. Now you are disassociating yourself. You are saying you cannot go around all platforms. Kiruscope wo lè ń lò yẹn now.
But Oluwatosin.
Yeah, Baba.
Oluwatosin, you see, if me, I'll be a little. Let me say I'll be on the fence. See, if the intention, I know that some people have been on the matter from the beginning. Maybe then Papariano, Westo, and no. But if these people, if this Crunch Queen and chairman, if the intention is clear and they don't have vested interest, I don't really see anything wrong in them being that, okay, the monies, I think they came on board because of the previous donations that was not accounted for. So if they came on board, I don't know the reason but I'm not sure. If they do not have vested interest, then there's really nothing wrong in them being part of maybe a team that will be looking at ensuring the accountability. There's accountability based on the contributions that are now coming. But
my question my question.
Let me just interject you. 1 second. Okay, carry on.
Okay. Yeah, where I want to interject you is this. Now, the accountability they are talking about. Have you ever heard in this Wumi team go across board where the people come together and say they want to donate money for lawyer, for me to get a lawyer, to get a son, then we should not start having issue about accountability, about what money being paid, about what money they are not talking about some money. So you see these people, yeah, I see them as fraud, all of them. Even people, most of, even if you go with a good heart, you understand, if your heart is pure and you are going into such a committee, I will still term you as a fraud, a big fraud. Because if you guys are so passionate about these people, about, don't ask money from Nigerians. If you have people that are, if you have a lawyer as a friend, ask them, how can you help? Now all of them, it is because they saw the money involved, they saw a lot of people cashing out. That was why they said accountability zero. They all came for their own pocket. This Lagata we're talking about, he has a foundation. He said he has a foundation in London. Whatever he said, I don't believe. But what he that he said he has a foundation, whatever, he's going there for his own pocket, for his own name. Don't try to defend them that way. Accountability, it is zero. They
No,
are
no,
all
no,
scam.
no. No, wait. I
The
mean,
way
I
you are playing
started
it,
by saying that if there's no. One, I'm not in support of them even raising all this money they are raising. Two,
okay.
I started by saying that if there's no vested interest, they don't have anything to gain. They're just doing it because they believe that, okay, there's donations coming in now. The previous donations, there hasn't been accountability. We have to stick our neck out and make sure there's accountability. I'm saying I don't say anything wrong, even though I don't support them raising money. Where the issue now comes is that, okay, the reason that you are raising money is because you want a son. Fine. You already have a son Bankole, which Aries procured. Now you want to get rid of Odumosu. Why don't you just move Bankole to that position rather than asking for money to get another son? The reason I think they didn't do that is because they believe that in this movement and or that movement, they believe everybody wants to be the one that is instrumental to whatever happens. I want to be part of the main people.
Of course.
Aries, I always say, has the passion. The passion is there because that one you can't falter. If she says, let us go and sue Wumi, you see how she has found lawyer, she has done it. Let us find a son, she has found money, she has got it, even if they don't ask her to do it. So the passion is there, and she's always putting her actions where her mouth is. But where I think many people in that camp are against her is that she's quite intimidating in the way she speaks. I mean, to them, some people will believe, even though that is the way she speaks, she comes across as she's domineering and she wants to take credit for everything, right? So I guess this is why they do not want to have son, because this case is a state case. What do you need two sons and a lawyer? What do you need all these sons for? The state will prosecute the matter. Okay, you want to have you want to ask the state to include one of your lawyers in the team. Then why do you need another? Why don't you just leave Bankole, and when the time comes, you can ask the state to include him. If they want him on their train, fine. If they don't, then tough. But the thing is, this new son that you're raising $50,000 for, after the inquest, what next? If the state says we don't want any outside lawyers, we have our prosecuting team,
Do you know
and
my
they'll be the
question
ones that will
now?
handle
My
the case.
question is, how did they come up with that amount of $50,000? How? Who did that
Yeah,
calculation?
yeah. So the thing is, that is part of what actually divided that camp as well. Because okay, you've come out of the blue, right? Nobody expected or was thinking that somebody was going to raise money, and then you came out of the blue and say we want to raise 50,000. So people are asking questions. Why are you raising $15,000? We have this lawyer, we have that lawyer. Why don't you just do this with Brekete? He's promising us that he's a billionaire. He's going to do X, Y, Z, and we only have a week to join down whatever Brekete has to offer us. So that generated a lot of noise that, okay, what is this 50,000 for? And aside that, even when you now coming to push that $50,000, you are now not even being transparent enough to tell them how much the lawyer is going to collect. People are asking how much the lawyer collecting. They are saying you cannot say it. You went in the corner in somewhere. You decided that okay, we are going to get a new lawyer. We want to raise 50K without the people knowing. You have now come to them to say, okay, we want $50,000. Okay, what do you want it for? You can't tell them. You can't say. You say you cannot say. You cannot say. You cannot say. So it's all shrouded. I mean, so when people start saying, like you and Mr. Luaton rightly said, that it is all like there's vested interest. People, they want to cash out. They want to make money. You can't be faulted. Nobody can say you are wrong because then from the start, there's no even transparency anyway. $50,000, what you said, lawyer wants to collect 25 million, but that Baba begged him and he reduced it. He reduced it to what? If you reduced it to 20 million, so what is the rest for? 50K dollars is like 60 million or 50 whatever, 60 million whatever. What is the rest for? Can you itemize these things and tell us this is what we want for this, is what we want for this? Nobody is able to give that. But they are complaining that people are divided, people are complaining. You have opened up that space for them to complain and to be divided. But
Escapade, I guess maybe you are missing something here. Sorry, in a camp of thieves, when thieves are gathered, nobody is going to trust the other person. Now,
God bless you.
Yes, I listened to you. You said, oh, Aries is actually this, Aries is actually that. Baba, all of them, they know from the start. They all started together from African TV. They all know themselves. Make your Wuni. Justice for Mohbad. Don't deceive yourself that maybe one person is here doing it because of. I don't wait. Let me tell you something. Let's put like maybe Crunch Queen or even the chairman that you're saying like, oh, you don't see anything in this thing. Wait, at least people that will be on the Baba side that are supporting justice for Mohbad, at least real people, at least we have like 500 people. What criteria would need? I want people here come fi dey lọ́sàn kan lóru. Tell you we okay o, if they want to donate money now into the GoFundMe, we will be the ones to be accountable for it. Who were those present at that meeting that actually said like, okay, if we are going to have this GoFundMe, this is the name of the 4 people that should be there. You have Baba, you have Famuyiwa, you have Bukky Jesse, then you have one Olaitan whatsoever. Who is that Olaitan, that 4th person? Why is Bukky Jesse a normal blogger? She's just a blogger now. She's just a blogger now. Just the same like Tenyomo logo and the old likes. Why is Bukky Jesse name present on that GoFundMe? Baba, let us open our eye now. This whole thing, now the thing is this. Have you heard what Aries, Bankole Smith or whatsoever and Odumosu said they are going to charge for to have the autopsy conducted 7.5 million to 8 million? Dọ́tòrí Ọlọ́run, èlò gangan ló kú mọ́ṣúárì.
ṣé pé kọ́kú lọ́rọ̀ kú tuntun.
Yes, now let's be sincere now. To conduct autopsy, Aries is saying it's going to cost 7.5 to 8 million. So people need to also donate for that. So you think these old people, they don't know the cost of doing this thing? To conduct autopsy is less than 500,000. They all know that everybody is in here to make money. Aries has said, I've had her said on her show that she has spent like close to 10 million or over 10 million naira on justice for Mohbad. And we need to ask ourselves, what exactly has she spent that money for?
What is her gain if she spent that much?
Before we even go to gain, ṣebí case tí gbogbo àti John follow láti 7 months yìí ni kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ti fi 7.5 million ṣe? You are not the one who set up Corona inquest. Your lawyers are not the one, maybe like, interrogating people at the Corona inquest. You have not done autopsy. You have not done DNA. So that 7.5 million, where did you spend it?
Data.
Which data? Now you will know that these are the same set of people who are raising so many people. It is either she's actually the one behind all this old media and media propaganda that they've been pushing. Maybe she's the one behind all this old punch narrative that we've been saying, because definitely they are actually paying all these media outlets that they've been doing. Maybe Aries is the one behind it. Maybe she's the one that paid for TVC. Maybe she's the one that paid for Max FM radio that Baba went to and every other thing. So maybe those are the things that she has been paying money for. But if you're talking about the real cause for justice for Mohbad, nobody can come out and tell us that I've actually spent 1 naira of my own personal money. Because this is a case of the state. So in what area have you spent your own personal money, and what result have you gotten with that money? That is one. Now, number two, let's even now agree, just like Mr. Wendy is saying, that truly this woman has said spend this 7.5 million. For what exactly? How much if Aries tí ò ń ṣọmọ ẹ̀ ló kú, tí ò ń ṣe family ẹ̀ ló kú, tó bá lóun spend the 7.5, èló wá ní Jòsí ti ná? If Aries tí ò ń ṣọmọ ẹ̀ ló kú, tí ò ń ṣe family ẹ̀ ló kú, tó bá ti spend the 7.5, then Jòsí would have actually said that maybe he has spent maybe like 30-50 million. Now we need to ask ourselves, kí ni nǹkan tẹ náà wọ́n wó yìí lé lórí náà? So this whole thing, it is a scam agenda for everybody to make money along the way. Now why they want to go and bring African TV back is the fact that àwọn Yorùbá ní tíwájú ò bá ṣe lọ, ẹ̀yìn á ṣe padà sí. Ẹni tó kọ script ti fíìmù tẹ́ ń play yìí tẹ́ fi ń make owó yìí láti ilẹ̀ African television. So now they are going back to him. Okay, if we are at this crossroad, what is the next thing to do? So for them, it's all about making money. So there's nothing anybody can tell me. Kerry gbogbo wọn pátá from nowhere. Because if truly you want accountability for the GoFundMe whatsoever, it should be a subject of discussion on all the platforms that you guys have gone to raise this money.
Yeah,
And
true.
you can tell people to actually nominate maybe like 1 or 2 people that you know from your platform, maybe from Papariano. Papariano, nominate 1 person from your platform that will be in the group that will be monitoring this money, because we are going to raise money from your platform. Okay, Tanya Omologo, nominate Lagata, nominate Sele, nominate, and so on and so forth. But these few people, these 15 people that you people have called together and put in this group, criteria will let if you want to group here.
Do you even know something? Do you even know that even Papariano was surprised how chairman got into that?
Yes, now the same
He
way I'm
was-
also surprised now.
Yeah, because my chairman started speaking from, I think, from Papariano's platform. So he was
Yeah.
surprised how he got into that. Do you understand? And I'll tell you something, that is not the only group. That is not, there are some tó yẹ pé àwọn kan náà ti dálẹ̀ wọn ò tí ìmọ̀ tó ṣe máa gbé síta ni. Do you understand? There are a lot of groups tí wọ́n ti dálẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ bá Múyìwá, but I will tell you something, you see, Múyìwá is so smart than all of them. Ẹni tó yẹ pé bàbá, I'm very sure tí bàbá Mohbad kó tó sùn á pè Múyìwá ọjọ́ ṣé mo lè sùn sí yóò rà pé 10 ti lù, can I sleep náà nípò okay you can go to bed, you can go. Kó tó jí ó máa pè Múyìwá mo ti fẹ́ jí lẹ́ni o, ṣé kí n jí? Because with all their gang up, with all their coming together, okay, he should step down, Múyìwá must go. Did he go? Ó tún sáàkì gbogbo wọn ni.
tó lè lé CEO
The guy is so smart.
tó lè lé CEO ní company ẹ̀ ni.
Lele CEO.
Have you forgotten the fact that Múyìwá came out to tell us that he has a power of Anthony from Baba Mohbad to act on his behalf? Have you forgotten?
You just remember that now.
And
Do you know
that
what
has
it
not
means
been
for you to
vacated
say that
yet.
somebody has given me a power of Anthony? Ṣẹ́nu náà fi ń fún yàn ni.
Olofa power of Anthony.
So do you think Múyìwá is just
basically-
acting?
Exactly. So basically, whatever he does, he's doing it based on Baba's instruction. That's what it means.
He's the one speaking. See, since when Baba went to Bereket and came back and they told him not to come out and speak, the whole decision making when it comes to the public is actually in the hands of Muiwa. Now, why these people are angry with Muiwa is the fact that they all know or they've heard of his antecedents. Now, Muiwa is actually in collaboration in partnership with Bukky Jesse. And he has the backing of Baba. So, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kàn wá yìí tẹ́ kàn pariwo yìí, àlejò níyìn, àjèjì níyìn. If you could listen to even Bukky Jesse's show some few days ago regarding Arifa, he said Baba ò pe anybody pé kó wá support òun àbí kó wá defend òun. Àbí ṣé mi nìkan ni mo gbọ́ ni Bukky Jesse said it on a show that Baba did not call anybody or force anybody.
Arifa had been thrown under the bus then. If Bukky Jesse could say that, Arifa had been thrown under the bus.
So what exactly are you saying? They spoke to in their camp, like they asked me, well, like, okay, from the money people have donated, let us give Arifa money. They said, okay, we are going to give Arifa 200,000. So this whole thing they are actually doing, I've said it before, months ago, that it will come to a point where Baba will come out and ask all these people, pé níbo ni mo ti rán yín iṣẹ́? Ṣé mo wá lé yín wá pè yín ni? Àbí mo force mo fòkùn sí lọ́rùn pé kẹ́ donate fún mi? And that is what is happening now. Okay, why Muiwa suspended all of them from that group is the fact that, okay, ẹ ti ṣorí ẹ tún fẹ́ ló ṣó ti àbí? Okay, I need oore yín mọ́ ẹ máa lọ. But this Crunch Queen and the likes, they know what is at stake. That is why, did you watch that Crunch Queen video where she came out to say like, oh, she's not going to be accountable for money donated into the GoFundMe and the Access Bank account? And on that same video, she was actually urging people to still go ahead to go and donate into the account. Who is fooling who now?
That is the mix-up. That is the mix-up I don't understand there. You are you said you're not part of it, but in the ending part, you are still supporting people to go and donate. I don't understand the kind of game these people are playing. I don't.
See.
So, sorry, that crunchy queen. I'm trying to kind of like think deep about that woman because did they show face in it, and she kind of like mission accomplished. Now I can go back. Do you understand? She came for her purpose to come and and she's a good.
You see this whole thing.
Yeah,
fame. They would.
I know.
Kò lè ṣe accountability kankan fún GoFundMe yẹn láti ilẹ̀. What Crunch Queen came to do is just to play her own part. Ṣé báwo la sọ fún ipa accountability máa wà? Nísìnyí kò sí accountability mọ́ o. And instead of these gullible people to hold Crunch Queen and say like, Alaye come before we go ahead to donate, now you tell us accountability go dey. Now you are telling me there is no accountability. What of the money I've donated? But these dumb skull people cannot ask that question. Rather, they will still come out and tell you it is Wumi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ìjà wọn dé tán, wọ́n sọ fún pé Wumi ló sanwó fún yàn kan kó wá da camp wọn rú.
Of course, that is what they've been saying now. That is what they've been saying. Do you know the funny part is this? They actually said there's even a snitch. Like that's what the narrative now that one of them in that their structural group is actually working for Team Wumi, but they cannot figure out that person. Do you understand? That there is somebody in that their camp that is working for Team Wumi, but they are still finding difficult.
I know the person. They should come and pay me. I know the person. How much will
we pay you like this?
For free now.
They're too invested in this matter. They are too invested, and when they say the thing is when they are they are busybody. Because they are busy, action. They then say that they are the ones that are looking for justice. The people that are saying that Wumi should not be bullied are not looking for justice. And then ask, at least you appraise and assess all your actions since the last 7 months. Where have you moved to? They told you 10 weeks. We still waited that 10 weeks. You want Elegushi to be summoned. You want Darosha. You want this. There's still nothing has happened. What step and what progress have you made? You've been to Oriyomi, you've been to Brekete, you've been to TVC, you've been to everywhere. You've given all sort of narrative.
Escapade. Should I tell you something? Maybe the next inquest is going to be next month. I can tell you that the chances that their son will come for that next inquest is less than 40%.
Why do you think so?
Now, should I tell you why? The thing is this. They will not be able. Now, the thing is, the money they are going to raise now, they are going to start thinking about it very well. Should we give this money to the lawyer or not? The whole reason they brought the son in, they would see like now, after that first inquest, before the inquest, they're saying, oh, this lawyer said, oh, they are going to use Los Serious bus to go to Mushin, to be everywhere, to pack people to
I'm waiting for that one.
Now, at the first inquest that they sat now, did you notice that the lawyer did not move any motion for them to invite any extra person? Did you notice?
Exactly. So obviously by next sitting, there's no new person that they are bringing.
Now, either by hook or crook or whatsoever, with all that we are saying that is going round now, is giving us the idea that the toxicology and the autopsy results might be out. So do you think these people would actually gather 10, 15, 20 million and go and give to their son when they know that the end goal of what they are going to get is going to be zero? But do you think these people know that all what they are doing is actually effort in futility? Do you think they don't know? It is a script. Why they got the son is because they want people to donate money. Film long people yin say. Now, have you asked yourself, like, where did they get the money? If they are just raising money in the GoFundMe now and they've not withdrawn any money or whatsoever, where did they get the advance that they used to pay that lawyer that made him appear at the inquest? Or did that son come to the inquest that day free of charge?
No.
So where did they get that money to pay the son? Is it
they
that
said they paid 50? They said they paid 50%. So where did they see the 50%?
Where did they get that 50% from?
Is it that they're lying so that people can contribute, or they
Baba,
get
that
money
is why I
from?
tell you that this whole thing, Baba, na film. Na film then they do. Now they don't feature son now. It is either now, after that inquest, for that lawyer to not have said anything that has gone far, it is either he would have called them and said, like, no, come on, you guys did not brief me well about this case from the start. Because I can see some loopholes, this, and this here. Now, the next time, if that chamber is still involved, the son might not show up. He might send a representative from his chamber to go to that inquest. So the whole thing is, so me, I am not expecting, I don't know, unless they want to do another continuation of their destiny. I am not expecting to see that son appearing again. If truly that son has a name that he wants to protect and his reputation. Because how will you, a whole senior advocate of Nigeria, will now come to court and be asking Prime Boy, níbo wá lẹ dé, níbo wá lẹ jókòó sí, nígbà tẹ́ ń lọ sí show, kí ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀? Nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé these are questions that a fresh lawyer that has just been called to bar would ask anybody. This whole thing na film then they do, my people. It is just film to raise money. See, that son will not show. they will now come and tell their followers that the reason that SAN did not show is because they've not been able to raise enough money to pay that SAN. So if they want that SAN to come to court, everybody needs to donate. Those who have donated before need to donate more. Baba, cash out season, lele you.
Ṣé pé the final cash out ló ń fẹ́ cash out because after all this one now case tí inquest bá ti tán there is nothing else now.
Wait,
The
why
state
do
that
you
is
think?
prosecuting so.
Wait, do you think they don't know all these things? Why do you think Khalifa did all those things he actually did? It is because everybody wants to make their final money. They know. They know that once the autopsy and the toxicology report is out and the state gives like this is the statement on it or whatever, please, in this case, if the state should come out with their autopsy and toxicology report and say like, oh, in this case, so this is what we've realized. Okay, Mohbad died of a natural cause of death. Who wants to appeal? No, escapade.
Yeah.
Please, if the court, if the autopsy and the state comes out and say like, oh, Mohbad died of a natural cause of death, please tell me who wants to appeal.
That's the end now. Oromoni is one. The other ended now.
Oromoni
last week they gave.
See, I do tell people, Oromoni is even different from Mohbad's case. Who wants to appeal? Is it the family that have gone ahead to bury that boy? Before the state came to exhume him after 9 days, that wants to appeal. What exactly is going to be their justification for the stand, for the appeal? Because now it simply means now you want to do your case. Now your case is going to be versus the state. It is not going to be against Wumi because Wumi call investigate, Wumi call autopsy to for any result. So your appeal or whatsoever is going to be against the states. Now all the states need to do is the fact that these people that are actually appealing this boy's death, please ask them, did they know all these things before they went ahead to bury this boy? And you will know that there is no case. This whole thing is a no case. Everybody wants to cash out now before the autopsy and the toxicology result comes out. Why did you think Berekete lost interest in this?
Brekete's lawyer would have told him that, you know, that Akutekpa, when he called him that day, that was saying it is not a matter for to speak online, that he would call him after the show. I'm sure it's probably briefed him because the way he just suddenly went quiet is that's not normal. And the fact that Baba is not going back, it shows that he's probably told Baba that don't worry, you know.
The first and the second week Baba was there, I would say it that gave Berekete more views, more calling shows, especially for people in diaspora. The calls that were coming in, people were calling from UK, from US, from Canada, and everything into that show. People who call into Berekete show normally are people from Nasarawa, Nyanya, Mararaba. Those are the people who call in. So Berekete would not have want to lose interest in a show that was actually giving him so much views like that. But when Berekete himself, maybe he did his finding and he realized the fact that maybe these ones are just maybe like even just disturbing me or wasting their time. And that was why they went their way. Because if Berekete that promised them that is going to get them a pathologist if need be, is going to get them a son if need be, is going to pay for whatsoever they need to pay, that he does not need anybody to contribute 1 naira because he is a billionaire on his own. So how come as of today, nobody from that side is talking about Berekete again? And you're saying you want to go and do good for me. If you have somebody who says like, no, I'm going to be the one to foot the whole bill of everything you want to do, why did you leave that person? Why did you leave that person and you are coming to raise money from the general public? See, let me tell you something. The problem was Berekete is the fact that Berekete will not allow them to raise money, and all of them need money. Escape, have you asked yourself? Let's be sincere. Kò ń ṣe pé bí a pé mo fẹ́ fi you anybody or maybe I'm trying to belittling anybody. Do you see Papariano like somebody who will donate his own personal $200?
I doubt that one. So I'm guessing that there's some people are giving him that money to put it down.
Some people paid the money, used Papariano's name, and they gave him the receipt. And if you know marketing very well, it is still called marketing strategy.
Yeah.
For the fact that Papariano could show proof that he has donated, do you know how many people from his platform that would actually donate because Papariano has donated?
Yeah, it's true.
It is marketing strategy now. So these whole people are just deceiving their gullible followers. They are all out to make money. So níbi tán dé yìí, it is ta ló lè sáré make owó jù náà wà ní ìsinyìí, because we are almost at the end of this old shenanigans that all of them are actually doing online. Once the autopsy and the toxicology result is out, then it is bye-bye to everybody.
So each is tense. Everybody would. It's the end of this autopsy that there is this corona. I'm sure there'll still be more drama because they are too invested. That's the problem that I'm having. That why all this trouble, all this money, all this. And you are saying the people that the team Wumi people don't want justice because they are not busy like you are. You that have been busy, you haven't achieved anything. The matter is with the police and the corona inquest. What else do you want to do? You want people to be shouting, "Oh, this is the person that killed him. This is the person that killed him." When the authority that would determine that are already working on it.
Escape.
So you went
as
on
of today. As of today, even the substituted notice that they say they should go and paste, it has not been pasted as of today.
Imagine.
And they will be there. Wumi did not come out to do DNA. Wumi did not check it. If they pasted it, they would have come out to be shouting. They pasted it, they pasted the notice, so Wumi should go and do the DNA. And they are not even talking about that one at all.
Yeah.
If they have pasted the notice and they have the picture and everything, they would have been circulating it online. That they pasted the notice, so Wumi should come out and come and do the DNA. They are not doing that one. And have you heard them talking about the fact that the notice has not been pasted? Since last week. Today is Thursday. And they will still be on their platform. They'll be telling you DNA is a must. Wumi should come out and do DNA. Okay, ordinary notice. You guys go and paste.
They're not. They talk today. I think they believe it's by talking and shouting and everything that shows who is really interested in justice.
See, these people, they know the truth already. You see, this whole thing they are doing is they are just things to rally and carry their gullible followers along. Just imagine if they are talking about DNA, they did not go to court, they did not do anything. Some of their followers, they might jara one now. But this whole thing they are doing is just okay. Let's just even go. Let's just start the affidavit. Let us use that one to shout as if like they've given us. They know what they are doing. That all these things is actually effort in futility. They know it is zero. In their camp, they know that they are not going to get any DNA. That the court is not going to force me to go and do DNA. They know it already. All what they are doing is just to create a motive to their gullible followers as if like, oh, we are doing something, we are taking action, we are taking steps. That is all what they are doing. I guess was it yesterday or day before yesterday, Bukky Jesse on our show said it like when they were saying like Baba should sue Iya Mohbad. She came out and said like Baba cannot sue Iya Mohbad. On what ground ni Baba ṣe fẹ́ sue Iya Mohbad? On what ground exactly ni Baba ṣe fẹ́ sue Iya Mohbad? The same way you guys are coming out, and they should sue me. Sue me for what exactly? On what ground? Which fact, which evidence do you have? For these people, you see those people that they are calling themselves management team, Kinikon team, those people, they know the truth. They know that this whole thing is not going anywhere. They know that it is zero. But sorry, our gullible followers, especially on to abroad, because I doubt if anybody in Nigeria would actually contribute any money to any GoFundMe. But you see those people in diaspora, tó lọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ méjì mẹ́ta yẹn, àwọn náà máa contribute owó sínú GoFundMe yẹn. Àwọn náà máa contribute owó sínú ẹ̀.
It's really sad. It's really sad. But what I'm thinking is, okay, can't people just sit down and say, okay, you told us that you've gone to check the body, or blah, 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 it was stabbed. Our lawyer called on a radio station and said there was no stab markings. Or you've told us that you've got a DNA order for Wumi to do DNA. We now find out that no, you haven't even served that notice. Now you're telling us that you've got substituted means of service, that you're going to paste it on the wall. This is over a week, you haven't pasted it. Can people just sit down and reflect and think, oh, you told me this, but I found out that is not true. You told me this, I found out that is not true. And then maybe that will make them even start thinking, okay, even if I don't want to support Wumi, I'll just be on the fence and be looking. But these people will sit down, think about all these things, reflect, and then still come and be shouting, yeah, we are the team justice, Wumi. Because if you sit down and you think through the things that they have told you, and the things that you have found out that is not true, shouldn't that sort of make you like change and think, oh, am I actually in the right place, or am I actually with the right group? Because I'm finding so many things that they've told me that is not true. Baba said they gave death certificate to Wumi. He went on Brekete. They asked him live. He said no, he didn't see it. That something from somebody, something information he got. He went on TVC to say he saw the will. They asked him, was the will signed or thumbprinted? He said he thumbprinted it. We found out that there's no will. Do people not sit down and start thinking, or is it that hard? This is where you have to, when you are in a group or you're in a movement, there has to be checkpoints, and you think so that you recheck and be to confirm that you're actually on the right track. Because if you're having checkpoints, you reflect and think, oh, they told me XYZ is a lie. Okay, let me still go on. And you go to the next checkpoint and you say, oh, they told me most of that is a lie. The next one, most of that is a lie, or most of that they've made up that is not true. Would that not sort of make you think and say, okay, this place that I'm going doesn't seem right. Let me just be on my own. Let me not even support anybody. Let me just be looking. Because I still don't get it.
These are the questions you ask that would make them call you anti-justice.
Yeah.
That's the question. Once you can use your head and ask them question, automatically you are anti-justice, because normally you are not supposed to ask question. Your brain is not supposed to function. That is their own. Yeah. So the thing is, why they will call you anti-justice is because you are asking questions. As like, oh, but you told me this one like this now. This one should not be like this. This one should not be like this. Why is this one like this? Then they will tell you, oh, because you are asking this question, it simply means you are supporting Wumi and you are anti-justice. So to them is the fact that it is just copy and paste pattern. They just give you. They want you to just, the same way they copy it, they paste it for you. You to just copy it and go and paste it like that. That is why.
And it's true because if you look at this, if you look at this, that GoFundMe matter, those that have actually used that to think this GoFundMe is a scam, they've called them anti-justice. Called them paparana. They are the ones that are now anti-justice too. So you are very right in that. Once you can reason and think, you're anti-justice.
Now, if without anything, you go to them and say like, oh, this thing is right, Baba is right. And you cannot ask question like, but Baba, you said you saw pool of blood. Why didn't you ask when you saw pool of blood? Hey, you anti-justice. How is Baba supposed to do that one? How is he supposed to do this thing? You anti-justice. So the thing is, once you want to support that scam, you need to first go and donate or go and unplug your sense somewhere. Then you go there with your empty skull. That's the only way you can be there. Imagine somebody like maybe like that aristocrat on Papariano's platform that will be speaking law according to a rate of someone, a kinikon. And I look at it like, if you know this much, why is it that you cannot tell these people that when these people were saying, oh, they've served Wumi court order, why can't you tell them like, no, it is not a court order, it is just an application? But the thing is, you want these people to keep cheering you on. You don't want them to see you as a bad person. So you would want to let them wallow in their stupidity. That's just the whole thing they do on that side. So you will not. So that is why I say like, you see those main people, Gongo, the convener of this whole thing, the management and the structural team with their director and their chairman, they know the truth. But they know that Tabaja, they say Tataba so tough on people. Kini yo ribayi, koribayi. They will still go irate in a stupid way. So the best way to actually manage these people is let's just continue with the lies. Since they are interested in it, and this lie is giving us more money.
And this is the reason why they won't allow sound people like you to speak on their platform. Do you know what I saw today? I actually saw a Babalawo. I actually saw a Babalawo on their platform speaking. Babalawo. Lekuleja ló mọ̀. Lekuleja ẹ̀dẹ̀gbégòkè. Kini analysis, what kind of constructive analysis do you think such a person, such a character will say? A lot of them, a lot of women, most of them, Yorùbá wà nílé ọkọ, èmi kò sí nílé ọkọ, èmi frustration nílé ọkọ ẹ̀ ló máa fi ń sọ̀rọ̀, ló máa fi máa analyse. That's why at times I just look at them as these people are just bunch of jokers. They will say they are analyzing. Anybody can just come up, and you know, one of the problem we had on this thing is this: everybody want to air his or her own opinion, either good or bad, either negative or positive. But for the fact that now, me say I can speak. A lot of them complex issue, inferiority complex in biolomija, because what you are saying, he knows it's not the truth, but because he wants to feel among, you understand? He just want to feel among that vibe, that crowd. Like, let them even see me speak. Let them even see me speak, because I wondered why people from Ondo, Ekiti, Oshogbo, Amama say they will come to start analyzing. It really goes to me. I see, school is not a camp.
That they cannot analyze again.
I did not talk to you. I did not talk to you.
Ṣáwọn tó ń gbé village ni, but the thing is that people in the village too that are sensible now, that can
exactly
be
my
sensible
point.
as well.
Of course. Wait, hold on. See, no. Well, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of
You said
smart.
it in the afternoon too. That
See,
I want to walata Oshun. I'm like,
Chef T, má get me wrong. Sorry, àwa máa ń lọ káàkiri o. A dẹ̀ máa ń gbọ́ tó ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀. Kò yé ẹ. Ẹlòmíì wàá máa gbọ́ tí pot ṣe ń dún. Kò yé ẹ. But for the fact pé torí èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀, everybody want to speak.
But pot man do me sorry every time now, because I'm always in the kitchen.
Wait, see, you work, Chef T, do you want to compare yourself with this kind of people I'm talking about? Do you want to now the way you analyze things?
just say some people. Don't generalize.
So, so
Don't say
that's why
people
see,
from
I didn't
Ondo.
generalize
Ondo.
them now. But let's say, okay, can I bust your bubble? Like, let's say, let me say 70% of them, 70%, 70%. See, I don't go to just one platform. I go from one place to another, and I will listen to them. Do you understand? I have not been able to see somebody that will just give me a good reason to just feel like, okay, this person is actually making sense. And this is what I do. Even if whenever I listen to people speak, I go directly to their page. I check your page, I check your profile. Then I will start analyzing you yourself. The reason why you are speaking this way. Do you understand? That is what I do most times. When I see people speak, I check them. If their profile is if it's not private, then I start using their look to compare the way they reason. Imagine kó wà lórí live kó máa gbọ́ kéèyàn máa sọ pé orí aláǹgbá ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ kí ni òun sọ orí aláǹgbá, and people are there listening.
àlejò kan wà láàrin wa o SMD.
Oh no, mo fẹ́ sọ fún wọn this thing. SMD.
SMD, can we hear from you, please? Jamal Binu Wendy Gold, I did not stop.
I'm just joining.
SMD, are you there?
I'm there. I'm just joining the live.
Can you please speak louder, be more audible, please?
I'm just joining the live. I want to know where we start from.
Joining my life. Okay, what do you have to say?
We are discussing generally. So, what do you have? This justice for Mohbad movement or drama? What's your take on it? Is SMD? I think his network is
I'm
network is
available. I
bad.
don't know. Yes, my network is breaking down. That's why.
You don't know. Welcome, Sokota, so let SMD cover us, okay. SMD want to test his request, but if he's working.
Oh yeah, Mr. Wendy, mo ń gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ará Ọ̀ṣun àti Oǹdó tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń sọ lọ.
So, like I was saying, sorry, I'm coming. So, like I was saying, a lot of them just want to kind of like this sense of belonging, like, okay, this one is speaking, let me too speak.
Mr. Wendy,
Do you
have
understand?
you not seen a lot
Yeah.
of people that even live abroad and they can't communicate wisely? So it is not about wherever people live or they are from.
Of course,
I think
See,
it's just
yes,
about you saying some people. Do not mention tribes or area or because some
Let
people
me.
feel offended.
Sorry, my bad. Don't let me generalize tribe then. Okay. Now, this is what I think caused one of the major damage to this. When some people just want to speak. Some people just want to speak. Do you understand? And I think their host, like this, what we do on this platform, like if you are coming up with a different narrative and you are trying to change the way we see things, sharp, you come down. Do you understand? Sharp, we bring you down because we felt like we are on this right direction. We know what we're talking about. But do you know whereby some people just felt like I must join them, and what construct English, it just felt like, okay, they might have a different opinion to what is going on. Do you understand? They might have a different opinion to what is going on, but for the fact that they just felt, when I say it, intimidation or something, they will just join that line, like, okay, yes, and it actually cost so much to this when you just give people, unreasonable people, just time to speak, people that they can't even their home is not settled. Some of them, they don't even have a home. They don't even have a home. You can ask them, what do you do? Now they can tell you, this is what I do. This is this. None of them. But because they've actually, most of those oaths have actually given them that opportunity to just go, okay, to just speak. What do you want? Water, okay. No, so they've given a lot of bunch of fools. I call them fools. They, that's trouble.
Let me help you put it in summary. Okay, so I think what you're trying to say is that TikTok is like an open market which has given room for people that cannot even I don't want to use the word, I don't want to be insultive, but given room for stupid talks, people that on a normal day you can't see and converse with, you understand? It puts you side by side with them, and they keep talking and they feel they are making sense. And sometimes they are bringing out narrative according to the level of their brain. They are bringing up those narrative. Unfortunately, you think, even though you are thinking that, what kind of narrative is this person bringing up? Only for you to now think about that thousands of people are listening to the same narrative and they are believing it and they are running with it. And you're like, what? Does it mean that we've got thousands of this stupid person on this earth? So I'm not sure I'm on the same page with you. I think that's what you're trying to say,
Of
but
course, you're on the same page with me. The thing is this: assuming there have been a kind of a level of scrutiny before you can just allow people to just come to your platform to just speak. So,
unfortunately not.
because yes,
The
and
content of your
this actually cost
the
this
content of
actually
your
cost.
brain is not written on your forehead.
Of course, I know that. So that is why, okay, now see them now. Like there was a day I was listening to one, I was saying, yeah, make you guys should follow me back. Me too, I want to go and open my life so that I can continue to be giving the Oba, I can continue to be giving Wumi the Gbasgbos. And the next thing I saw, this person already started having a live show condemning Wumi, and I was like, this is the way a lot of them too will want to go. They want to go through that route. And another damage also, it is this monetary of a pain that most of them, you see, do you know, some of them just come to this TikTok like they actually came for that gift. Like whatever you gift them, do you understand? Whatever you gift them, they came for that gift, that little gift. Because I can make mention of one particular lady like that. Do you understand? There was this day that she dragged MFM, that I think she cost MFM, and I kind of like I made her apologize to MFM. She apologized, blah blah blah. And you know the next thing, she switched. The next day she switched. She knew what she did was wrong, and she admitted and she apologized. My dear, the next day she switched. And why did she switch? Because of money. When I saw her on that platform, she was saying, èmi náà ti wà níbí o, ẹ fẹ́ mi náà ní gift o. So it is the monetary part of it. That is why she is there. A lot of them too are like that, and that is what actually caused this different narrative. And it always hurt me. There was a day I was on a live and somebody said, I have an evidence that Wumi Pai Mubad, Wumi did this, Wumi did that. So I was actually waiting for the evidence. Do you know what I saw? She sent a picture where that was zoomed. The picture was actually zoomed. You know, when you have a dot and you zoom the picture, you know the dot is going to be a little bit wild. You understand? And the next thing I saw was like, it is true. And they've got about 400 or 300 of them. And I started seeing comments like, this is true. And I was like, people if your polo won see. And they think, most of them, they think alike. They think alike. Assuming from the beginning, when the whole thing started, that we're going through this direction. This is what we want. Justice, this we want. And it has been like this. people like this will not have this chance to speak, to contradict what is actually going on. A lot of them will go to the court, and the next thing they come on their life, they started saying some other. They are not hosts, too. They are not hosts, too. They are not hosts. They are just panelists also. They will come up. I'm not sure. Maybe you understand the terms and phrase the judges or whatever, the lawyers, the way they speak. And they will come on a live, they will bring them up, and they will start saying different things. A lot of damage to this. And people that actually started doing this also to make name for themselves, they put fire to it. And I keep saying, this is just cheap popularity.